Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Iamtongue, and today I got a special lens in the building. We got the Sirui 24mm t1.2 Nightwalker Cine lens for the Fujifilm X mount. Or Siri did send this out for me to review, so I would like to thank Siri for this opportunity. But I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts about this lens, using it from a photographer's perspective, more so like a content creator's perspective instead of a filmmaker perspective, because I'm not a filmmaker. And I do create a lot of content on this channel, and I'm always looking for ways to improve the quality of my videos. And the one way to improve the quality of your videos is to get quality lenses to film in. This is where the Siri lens comes into place. So why don't we go ahead and just get started with the build quality of this lens. Now, I love the way this lens feels in my hands. It's made of aluminum alloy. Do you guys say aluminum or do you guys say aluminium? And it's very compact for a Cine lens. I honestly thought for a t1.2 wide angle lens, I thought it's going to be much bigger than it really is, but it's really not so bad. This lens is coming in at 500 grams, which is nothing. The lens has a 270-degree focus throw, and when you compare it to the XF 33mm f1.4, it's about the same length, but the Siri is just a bit wider. Given the fact that the XF 33mm has a 58mm filter thread, the Nightwalker by Siri is 67mm filter thread. This weight and size and filter thread is consistent with all the three lenses in the Nightwalker series. You got the 24mm, which is the one that Siri sent me to review, and you also got the 35mm and also the 55mm. They all share the same filter thread size and uniform look, so it makes it an easy transition to switch in and out of your lenses, and this is great for a lot of people working with gimbals. You won't need to rebalance your gimbal or anything like that. The focus ring feels nice and smooth when turning them. I enjoy the manual focusing with this lens a lot. The 24mm lens close focusing distance is at 30cm, which is close to where it should be for something in this focal length. But I do wish perhaps it could be a bit closer. But that's just me though. And again, this is not an autofocusing lens, guys, so just be aware of that. The aperture dial is a stepless aperture, and this is designed for the filmmakers in mind for that smooth transition. So let's just say if you're filming inside and then you transition to outside in one take, this is where the stepless aperture is good for. When it comes to this lens comes in two colors. You got the gunmetal color, which is what I'm shooting with right now, and it also comes in black. I really do like the way the gunmetal color looks. It looks sleek as heck. And then you also have like the Siri logo on it with the blue ring around it, and I just love the overall aesthetics of the Nightwalker series lens. It's so sexy looking in my opinion. I got a few shots for both videos and photos, because surprisingly, this is a really good lens for photos as well. I like to say that the image you get comes across as like looking vintage. It has like this soft in the right places kind of look. The images are sharp, but not clinically sharp. And I find shooting at t1.2 to be surprisingly sharp in the center. And then once you stop it down to like f2.8 or so, you're going to get some decent sharpness in this lens. And there is some vignetting when you're shooting this wide open. At t1.2 mixed with its close focusing distance, you're going to get some smooth bokeh out of this. The t1.2 aperture was really clutch for me as the sun was setting here in Portugal. I used it on a shoot here to get some B-roll footage, and I absolutely love how this image looked. I was also taking this lens around at nighttime in the touristy part of the Algarve and filmed some stuff there, filmed in a bar as well, and let me tell you, the f1.2 helped so much by allowing in so much light. It's ridiculous. And this is why I do appreciate a wide aperture lens, not only for, the shallow depth of field, but also the light gathering capabilities, and it proved to be useful in this type of scenario. There is some chromatic aberrations, and you do notice this when you're using this lens, but to me it's not that distracting. It does add characteristics to the lens. The bokeh is decent, it's smooth, but there was also times where I was shooting with the trees in the background, and you're not going to see those big rounded bokeh balls that you would normally see if you were shooting with something with like a longer focal length. However, the bokeh balls on the 24mm focal length, which is a 35mm full frame equivalent. The bokeh balls were small and tiny, and it sort of looked like sort of like a soap bubble type of. I enjoyed that look. It was a fun look, and I was like looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this is different. This is different than what I am accustomed to. So once you stop it down to t2.8, the images gets incredibly sharp, which is really surprising to me. This lens, when I was shooting portraits with this lens, I was stopping it down to t2.8, and holy crap, did the edges get really sharp for me. I had to like dial it back with the clarity just to make it a little bit softer. I usually find when using third-party lenses, shooting towards the sun tends to like wash out the footage or wash out the image. Because, you know, third-party lenses have like weak flare controls, they have low contrast when shooting towards the sun. I didn't find this lens to have that issue. And speaking of shooting towards the sun, I also think this lens produced some good-looking sun stars as well. And also, the focus breathing is well controlled on this lens. Like I said before, it's not autofocus, so don't expect this lens to be autofocusing. It's all manual, baby, so you gotta learn how to manual focus. I do wish, however, though, the manual focusing ring was just a little bit more dampened though. It feels just a smidge loose for my liking, but it's not bad. I still think that it should be just a hair tighter. There is vignetting at T1.2 and chromatic aberrations, but it's not the worst that I've seen from a lens. And right now, Sirui is selling these lenses at an early bird discount. If you buy a single lens that is black, it's around $309, but if you want to buy the gunmetal color, it's going to be $349. Otherwise, it would have been $349 for the black and $399 for the gunmetal colored lens. Or you can buy the entire black set for $899, which is a freaking steal because I paid this much for one lens before. You're getting 3 lenses at T1.2. You're getting a great build and great image quality, and I think it's a steal because of the value that you're getting for just paying $899. That's just freaking insane. And then you can also buy the entire gunmetal set for $989. But overall, I really enjoyed using this lens on my Fujifilm X-H2S. I honestly think this lens is very versatile for me. Don't let the fact that this lens is called a Cine lens fool you, because this lens can take some incredible photos as well. Just really good in my opinion. I think this lens is a good size for Fujifilm cameras. The size and the weight sort of counterbalance with how light my X-T5 is and my X-H2S as well. And because of that, I really enjoyed manual focusing because I feel like with it attached to my Fujifilm cameras, there is some sort of like nice weight to it where I can just film smoothly and not having to worry about it being so light that whenever I, pan and stuff, it just like goes all the way to the right or goes all the way to the left. And I kind of wish Sirui sent me more than just one lens so I can test out, because like I said, I really enjoy shooting with this lens and it produces some good images for videos and for photos. So it got me really excited. If you guys are interested in this lens and you want more info, I'll leave the links to it down in the description below. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this lens. What do you guys think of the Sirui Nightwalker set? Are you guys interested in this lens? Do you guys like the look of this lens? Do let me know down in the comment section below. As always, my name is Tongue and I'll see you in the next video.